a warning?
There ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
On June 12th,
He is the most dope guy in school. Yeah, and school's over.
let go of the past.
You don't even know me anymore.
Yes, I do. Kenny Fisher suddenly got too cool to hang out with me.
And discover your future.
If I'm not Mike's girlfriend, who am I?
I really believe there's one person for everybody.
There is faith, but it only takes you so far because once you're there, it's up to you to make it happen.
Can't hardly wait.
Amanda?
Rated PG-13. Opens everywhere June 12th.
Welcome back to the show, listeners.
Welcome back.
Scott.
Pete.
I can't believe we haven't gotten to this movie yet.
We finally got to it. This has been a requested movie. Definitely a movie from my childhood.
I almost feel like we have talked about it.
This was my favorite movie in junior high.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it's appropriate that we're finally talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's another movie that I conflate with this one, and we'll talk about that shortly. But, this movie is a time capsule. It is... there's a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. So we're just going to jump right in. Listeners, my name's Pete.
And I'm Scott, and these are the movies that made us gay. Very special guest of the podcast. Good straight work buddy of mine, Ronnie Sullivan from the podcast. Why, yes, we're friends.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Welcome to the show. Got to mention that you are a fierce ally.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
At the top of the show. just in case. But, Scott, what are we talking about today?
We got to Can't Hardly Wait. Written and directed by Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont. Released June 12th, 1998.
Wow.
Like I mentioned in our introductions.
That's crazy.
I think this was probably my favorite movie in the 8th grade. That's one of my favorite types of movies that we cover are Scott's favorite movie from the year
from middle school
1999 or 2000. And this definitely was it.
Yeah, I think this is a lot of kids in middle school's favorite movie. And I mean, I totally understand why. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about. So we should just jump right into like our first impressions, first times watching this, because Scott, you said 8th grade, right?
I think that I probably watched this movie 7th or 8th grade.
Okay, all right. Ronnie, when did you first see this movie?
It would have been the same time frame as Scott. Scott and I are the same age.
Okay.
So I would have been 7th or 8th grade as well. And I know that for me it was definitely on VHS from Blockbuster Video.
Staple.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the VHS days, pre-DVD, but getting into that DVD era?
I did not have this on DVD. This would have been VHS.
Okay.
But a friend of mine in college did have this, and this was a staple that we would watch when we were hungover.
Okay.
Our freshman year of college.
Love it. This seems to me, I'm feeling like this is the type of DVD that was in the cardboard with the little black plastic clasp.
Well, it's not.
Was it one of those?
It's not Warner.
Oh, those are Warner movies?
Those are Warner movies. This is a Columbia movie.
Okay. So it had a normal plastic
Columbia TriStar
shell case. Okay. Now, I am older than the kids in this movie. Well...
No, it's a mix.
Listen, I'm older than the kids that graduated in high school in 1998.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
But I'm about the same age, if not younger, than most of the actors.
You're contemporaries. You're contemporaries with a lot of the cast of this movie.
Yes, I'm contemporaries with much of the cast. As we often talk about, my good friend Jennifer Love Hewitt and I are Love, as we call her. Those in the biz.
I wanted to do a leading ladies quiz for Love, but we haven't done that many movies.
Sure.
It's really I Know What You Did Last Summer, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and Now Can't Hardly Wait.
Okay. That's three.
Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Heartbreakers. I mean, Scott and I don't revisit Heartbreakers a lot.
just had a big anniversary this week. I saw her post about it.
Okay.
I think it just turned 25, I think.
Sure.
Wow. 25 or 30.
Okay.
What is it?
I don't know.
What is math? It was released in 2001.
Probably about 25. That feels like a 2000 movie.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like most high school movies or TV shows, the actors in this film vary in age from Peter Facinelli, who is a little long in the tooth.
Peter Facinelli was a grown-ass adult, probably with kids with Johnny Garth.
When straight up
he
dad.
went to the premiere of this movie.
God.
To, little Charlie Corsmo. He's not that much younger than me. He's practically the same age.
We at least watched him grow up as the kid from Hook.
Exactly. He was a little kid when we first started.
I have a
watching
little
him.
fun fact about the casting that we can talk about
All right.
later.
But yeah, I mean, I am contemporaries with this age range. I was in and around high school and early years of college around this time. So, if
you would have been acting, you probably would have been.
I would have gone out for.
You would have been brought in at least for a background extra in this shoot.
At least,
because I think that this is one of those things that you are in your 20s and you are looking for work.
Yeah,
you
totally.
can go hang out on the Can't Hardly Wait set.
You're in this damn movie
for the evening,
for sure. I feel like character-wise, I felt a little more spiritually akin to Denise Fleming, Lauren Ambrose character.
Lauren Ambrose's character is very P-coded.
And we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I had this realization last night as we were watching the movie. She has that moment where they're like talking, weren't you in, whatever class of mine? She's like, yeah. See, you guys, I told you she goes to this school. And it's like this thing where she goes into the radar. She doesn't really like anybody in the school, but also she's kind of super bitchy about it. So I'm like, was I secretly that like Liz Lemon where I was like, oh, everybody was such dicks in my high school. They're fucking jerks. They all fucking hated me. And now they're like, you were such a bitch. Like you never talked to us. You were a dick all the time. I'm like, that was probably the case. So that's why even more so me and Denise Fleming, two peas in a pod.
Denise Fleming, love
that name.
What an 80s mom name. For sure. Denise Fleming.
Yeah, absolutely. Denise Fleming, she enjoys an outing at Marshalls and Home Goods. And, still upset about Bed Bath & Beyond.
She's definitely reading Red Book.
Yeah, for sure. So,
what about Preston Myers as a name?
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of Prestons growing up.
Did I know any Prestons? I think that I would have. I think I went to high school with some Prestons.
And Denise and Preston being, besties, I thought it was very interesting that she would call him Press. I'm like, Press is weird. I don't know about Press. I'm like, yeah, okay, shorten it, but Press is weird.
Yeah.
Call him Myers. I don't know. But
I mean, this movie has a lot of really good script names. Amanda Beckett.
But
that does feel like a very 80s teen name.
No, it has a lot of good names. Mike Dexter. Oh, that's Cousin Ron. But then also it has jock numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I think that's the charm of it, too.
Yeah. Girl whose party it is.
Yeah, girl whose party it is.
These characters who are prominently featured don't even have names.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Also characters that are
Jamie Presley, is she girl number 3?
Yeah, right.
Or girl number 2?
Which girl is she? And people like Jamie Presley, Melissa Joan Hart, people who are used to getting billing in these movies.
Fun fact about Melissa Joan Hart, I think this is her first movie.
Oh, really? Feature. And that's how just well established she was. That she felt like a big get and she hadn't even done a movie. That's crazy. So this is pre that like
Drive Me Crazy?
Questionable Sabrina the Teenage Witch television film.
But that was a TV movie though.
I know.
This is a movie, darling.
This is meant for theaters. All right. And I mean This is high quality cinema right here that we're talking about. Can't hardly wait.
It has its moments for sure.
No, yeah. Listen, it got practically its own like parody spin-off. I mean, Not Another Teen Movie is pretty much like based solidly on a lot of the characters from this.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. I kind of like we did a commentary to Not Another Teen Movie. So I'm like, didn't we do Can't Hardly? Oh, no.
Did we do a commentary for Can't Hardly Wait?
No, we did it for Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh.
Can't Hardly Wait wasn't in there at all?
I don't think so.
I'm getting to the point where it's all becoming gray now. We've been doing a lot.
It's a blur.
So when you read about the production of the movie, Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont were working screenwriters. They had done a number of feature scripts, one of them being a very Brady sequel. So they were getting to the point where they could sort of sell scripts to studios, and they had this idea of, let's make a movie about a giant house party, because their favorite scenes in these iconic teen movies like 16 Candles and Say Anything. Is there a house party in Pretty in Pink? I'm sure there is.
No. Yes, yeah. Yeah, they go to Steph's. Yeah. I don't know if it's Steph's house.
They go to Steph's. Yeah. But they just kind of thought, like, well, what if this was the whole movie? Yeah. And that was kind of the idea. And as they were putting the finishing touches on the script, a little movie called Scream came out and crossed almost $100 million at the domestic box office. And all of a sudden, studios wanted to invest in movies for teenagers. And I think that was a big reason why Columbia invested in Can't Hardly Wait, is that they just wanted teen entertainment. It didn't even need to be a slasher.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Teen comedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was kind of the first of the big gold rush of all of those movies. I mean, 10 Things I Hate About You and She's All That would be 99.
Wow. Mm.
So, and there was a good handful of them that came out around this time. And I would say
varying quality.
Can't Hardly Wait was kind of, I mean, I guess there was something like Clueless.
Yeah, but
and Clueless was a pretty big hit. So that may have had a reason why studios wanted to start making movies for young people too. But it's what gave us Can't Hardly Wait. So it was a very modest studio movie. I think it cost a little under $10 million.
Whoa.
This was shot on location in Altadena, and the house party scenes were, I think, on a lot. It's a stage. The house, sadly, is no longer there.
The exterior.
The exterior is like the Cinderella story house. It is no longer there. When you look up the address on Google Maps, it is a vacant lot now, which is very sad.
It is.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Because it's definitely an iconic movie house. I always think of this house when I figured out, as we were watching it about 10 years ago, of, oh, I bet this house is local. And then Googling the house and like, oh, this house is a 10-minute drive from us.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we harp on this a lot, but the locations of the spots in this movie, I'm sitting there going like, where is Huntington High School?
Is it giving SGV?
Well, because my thing is, all right, Ethan Embry, Preston Myers, he is leaving for Dartmouth?
I believe so.
I think it's Dartmouth.
I think the little card at the end said Dartmouth, or at the beginning it said Dartmouth. He is leaving tomorrow. Like, tomorrow he's leaving, right? I'm like, okay, where is Dartmouth? This is in like New Hampshire or something from the
like
East
that,
Coast. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's New Hampshire.
How's he getting there? What's going on? He is taking a train to New Hampshire. So
that's why he has to leave tomorrow.
That's why
that train's going to take the entire summer.
The whole summer.
He's going to get there by September. If I could take a train across the damn country. I'm like, I don't think you can do that from Los Angeles. But it does have all these iconic locations. The diner.
Johnny's Diner, yeah.
Johnny's Broiler.
And you say this diner was from Jawbreaker?
Yeah.
Okay. It definitely looks like the same diner.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It's in Downey. It is a Bob's Big Boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got to go.
Yeah, so it's still up and running, and it's Bob's, and there's the Bob, icon outside and everything. But the Broiler logo and the neon is still there. So you can go and take your little pictures. You can even see on the Apple Maps the little patch. It's just a little tiny little thing of grass, built out of the curb, in the parking lot where they put the little bench that the two of them are sitting on a little bench. So they built out the little bench right there. But it looks pretty much exactly the same. You can even see when they're in the diner that's inside. You can see the buildings.
They probably
across
shoot
the
a lot
street.
of movies at this diner.
Yeah.
It's very thematic.
Yeah. But I mean, Downey's not exactly. It's not far, but it's not.
Right. No, I mean that's definitely a commitment.
Yeah. But it's for some reason I feel like there's filming that happens out there. Was there a studio in Downey or Norwalk or something? I feel
Buffy
like there
was shot
something
at Torrance.
Yeah.
which is sort of in the neighborhood
South
of Downey.
South of Los Angeles.
The Southland.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see Huntington High as a sub for maybe San Marino.
I guess. I don't know.
I think it's an affluent high school.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Totally.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, this chick's house, the girl whose party it is.
Oh, my favorite character of the movie.
This house is pretty wild. I mean, it's like it's pretty. They've got the whole like the portrait above the fireplace that they spray paint on. That who has those pictures that are that big?
I mean,
Rich people.
We have friends that have pictures of them and their kids that are that big. So we do know people.
Yeah, but that's kind of funny.
It is super cute.
No, but this house does seem to be quite a lot. But I mean, you don't have to have like it doesn't have to be necessarily. You probably knew kids with a big ass house. Like,
of course,
just one random kid at your school.
I was one of.
You've been to so and so's house. Like,
I was one of those kids with the big.
that you had the big ass house.
Okay, so here's a good good way to start the Can't Hardly Wait conversations. Did any of us throw a house party like this at all?
Oh, not a chance.
I came close.
Oh.
I would have friends over. It never quite turned into Can't Hardly Wait level, but I mean, I would have people over, but it never got out of control, though.
Yeah.
Because my parents were gone a lot when I was a kid and when I was in high school. I was often like, I was either staying with my grandma or I would stay at the house by myself. So I could have been the girl whose party it is. Throwing this graduation party. Did any of you have a big graduation party bash like this? Or like, did you go to any?
I was inspired by this movie to at least do something that would make the night memorable. And the night before graduation, because we knew that graduation night would be the night where everybody went to dinner with Grandpa that drove all the way here from wherever to see the graduation ceremony. And so the night before, we right after we got out of our graduation practice, we drove to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia. And we stayed there until it closed. And then a buddy of ours, basically, I think it's a situation very similar to yours, the parents were gone. So we're like, if it's just you and your friends, you can come over and swim in the pool and use the grill until like 2 a.m. So, yeah, we kind of made like a full day of it. And then we woke up the next morning, basically, it was like, and now we actually have to go to graduation.
Yeah, that's pretty
Ours
cool.
was not graduation night, but it was the last day of school, and it was a kegger in the woods. We were brought there in trucks on somebody's private land up in the mountains. That there was no way the cops were busting that party.
Yeah.
Because it was a long ways away from town.
That was a commitment.
You were brought there in the back of a truck like they shipped him into John and Carolyn's wedding.
At the wedding. Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Okay. So scrolling back a little bit, the Downey Studios was a production studio in Downey, California. It featured indoor and outdoor production space. It had a largest indoor water tank in North America and a suburban residential street. It was built on the former Rockwell International Space Shuttle plant. Like they built space shuttles there. Whoa. And they closed it down. They turned it into movie studios.
And this isn't where the Spruce Goose is.
No, that's in Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach.
So the TV and film credits include it closed down around 2010. So there's like Iron Man 2, Couples Retreat, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, Iron Man, Pineapple Express, all this stuff. You go all the way down. The very first movie shot there, Can't Hardly Wait.
Love it.
So they probably did the interiors.
So
they're like,
there.
hey, we've got they probably did the interiors. And I remember Spider-Man. I remember it's the Spider-Man commentary, and Kirsten is like, we're out in fucking Downey or something. They shipped us out all the way out in the middle of nowhere. It's not that middle of nowhere.
Yeah, right, the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Carpenters from Downey.
Carpenters are from
Downey or
Downey.
Norwalk.
Downey.
Okay,
Yeah.
Downey.
It's where the oldest McDonald's is in Downey. Yes, it's in Downey.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
the
indeed.
first one.
Yes, the first McDonald's. Yeah. So, and I was like, I know there's some like history about this studio and what, like, it used to be a rocket ship factory.
Oh my!
Not quite
History.
a rocket ship factory, but it fully had like a residential street and like indoor sound stages and all this shit. And I don't know why. It's probably in here why it closed down, but. The White and Nerdy Weird Al video. Yeah, that's got a little residential street. That's funny. Anyhow, I did not have a big graduation blowout because I was the Liz Lemon of my high school. And
Yeah, you weren't invited. I do remember it was a point that the popular kids in school did make it a point to invite everybody in the class to it, too.
Now that's epic.
So there was going to be no Mike Dexters.
Okay, we got to talk about this shit because was William Lichter disinvited to the party? Like they were not actually invited? Was that a thing?
I think it's just these are just the.
Because my whole thing watching this movie,
nerds.
I'm like, just fucking go to the party.
Yeah.
Bro, just go. Like, we saw what happened. He went and he had a good time. Like, the other two dum-dums could have gone. They didn't have to be on the roof the whole time.
They had to wait for the scheme to go through.
Yeah.
I do really love they could be drinking. You could get addicted. I always remember that actor from Mad Men, Jay Paulson. Did you ever watch Mad Men?
I did.
He's Don's brother. Very sad story.
Yes.
Yeah. And his brother tracks him down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
The real Don Draper.
Yeah, the real Don Draper. Like the real Seymour Skinner. Yeah. I mean, it's the
Tanzarian.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It really is. I thought much the same thing, which also, like, it's one of those funny things because it's so dramatic, that show. And you're just like, Armin Tanzarian.
Simpsons did it first.
Yeah, exactly.
They predicted it. Yeah, I guess that's the joke, is that, like, he ends up just going and having a good time.
Yeah.
But, also the two friends, like you said, they're Jay Paulson and Joel Micheley are credited as X-File #1 and X-File #2.
I was reading
with a PH,
that when Deborah Kaplan and Harry
Elfont
Elfont were first writing this movie, the idea was that it was going to center around a group of guys, kind of like American Pie, that they're all going to this party and they all have these dreams and aspirations, and then they just kind of thought that is kind of a lame idea for a script, and it would be funnier to do sort of a weird Robert Altman thing and to sort of thread all of these stories of all of these different characters it might be a little more successful.
Yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
I do appreciate that. Okay, Preston and Denise are kind of like our through line, right? I guess Preston's essentially the main character of this movie. It starts with him, and kind of ends with him. But really, it is like you said. All these characters are coming in and out, and they each get a little bit of equal time to have their little story told. I kind of like that aspect of it. Scott and I were talking about Ethan Embry last night. I mean,
biggest crush on Ethan Embry.
Well, come on. Get out of here.
Empire Records.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So cute.
And
Vegas Vacation with his co-star Marisol Nichols, who has a brief scene in this movie.
Marisol Nichols is in this movie.
That's right.
It's so funny. I'm seeing like the opening credits and all these names. I'm just like, what? Because I forget that like all these people are in this, you know. But we just saw Ethan Embry in Scream 7.
He looks pretty rough in that movie.
Is it 7?
I think it's 7. Okay. He looks pretty rough in that movie, but it's more the character.
It is the character. I think he's supposed to look
crazy.
Yeah. In that movie. I mean,
I love that Ethan Embry now is all he has all these tattoos now.
He's pretty jacked.
I love it.
He's pretty jacked and he's pretty covered in tattoos. But I mean, it's been 26, 7 years since this movie came out.
Oh boy.
Hey. Yeah. Ooh. And he was like 20 then. So, it's
So he was close to at least kind of the appropriate age.
Yeah.
He wasn't like Peter Facinelli.
No, yeah. I think he's Peter Facinelli and Jerry O'Connell are like the outliers.
Trip McNeely.
Age-wise. Yeah, Trip McNeely. That shit, I remember Jerry O'Connell seeing this movie and Jerry coming in and him being like, oh, fuck. Okay, they got like, this is the cool guy. This is the big cameo, right? Did it feel like that for you? Like
totally.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because even for me, I was like, oh, shit, that's Jerry O'Connell.
Although I didn't grow up on Stand By Me. I saw Stand By Me when a little later. I saw Stand By Me in high school.
You're more of a Sliders guy?
Yeah.
You did not watch Sliders.
I would say for me, it was it's the guy from Joe's Apartment.
Ah!
Yeah, I thought of Joe's Apartment too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. No, I definitely grew up on Stand By Me, and actually did watch
Jerry
Sliders.
still has kind of a baby face in this movie.
movie, yeah.
He looks like child Jerry.
He still looks young.
He kind of still does now. I think he's on TV now, right? He's on CBS as like The Talk or something.
Yeah, he's doing like presenting, hosting stuff
Yeah.
lately, which is like good for him.
I loved when he filled in for Wendy Williams.
Oh,
He
did
sure
He
did.
was having the time of his life on
Yeah.
Wendy
Oh, my
Williams.
gosh.
Yeah, he got like there was a stint right before they canceled Wendy where they had like guest hosts.
Okay.
And Sherry did most of it, but they gave Jerry a shot. The fucking Wendy Williams show. And I think it went okay.
Jim McNeely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's really fun that all these characters got kind of their moment. Being from 1998, right? A lot of time has passed. There are a couple of big F-bombs in this movie.
Yeah.
Casual homophobia.
Yeah, there's some casual homophobia. I mean, it's a teenage comedy, from that era. So it's like, okay, that tracks, right? I don't think any of it's super like ill-intentioned.
Well, the idea is to emasculate Mike Dexter.
Right.
Yeah. And then of course, it's to prove just how ignorant his buddies are when Kenny Fisher gets called it.
Right. Yeah. But I was going to say, should we talk about Kenny Fisher and like this kind of character? This is a crazy character.
So,
Did you guys know a Kenny Fisher? Anybody?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to say, I feel like this was a time and place moment.
Yeah.
But I saw Kenny
I mean,
Fisher
like I went to high school and
everywhere.
8 Mile came out too.
Yeah.
The Kenny Fisher role written for Breckenmeyer, and he had to. He was committed to making 54 at the time, so he had to do
the smaller role.
The smaller role. So, I mean, Seth Green, quite the resume going into the late 90s.
Yeah.
He's been working steadily since he was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, he felt like kind of like one of the big gets for that one. When the movie came out, I remember like knowing who Jennifer Love Hewitt was and knowing who Seth Green was.
Yeah.
And the other ones I kind of like got to know along the way. And then of course, as I watched it, realized like, oh wait, that's Charlie Corson was just the grown up kid from Hook.
Yeah.
But but at the time I didn't like the name didn't like ping.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, do you know the casting story with the William Lichter character? There was another actor
Fascinated for this, yes.
that was cast, and he filmed scenes, and there was just really something not working. I think it was really the Guns N' Roses moment that I think that these directors kind of knew this. I don't know if this kid is really right for this role. It is Little Man Tate, Adam Han Bird. He was fired from the movie and replaced
the Charlie Korsmo character?
Charlie Korsman. And there is one shot of him left in the movie. Apparently, he is carrying the ladder, and his face is not visible when they're walking to the pool house.
Okay.
And they got Charlie very last minute.
Damn.
That's some James Remar and Alien shit right there, where there's like shots of him from the back.
Yeah.
that are
Well, I
still in the
mean,
movie.
it's not as like there was no drug use involved.
Yeah, Little Man Tate was
Little
like
Adam.
hooked on horse.
It sadly
and
didn't work out. I mean, he would get
He was hooked
would
on
get
crank
Halloween
when he showed-
H2O this year. So I mean, he got something big.
Oh, Little
in
Man
98.
Tate. He's young Robin Williams in
He's
Jumanji.
Young Robin Williams. In
Okay.
Jumanji.
Got it.
All right. Well, him and Charlie Korsmo have a similar.
But
kind of
apparently,
vibe.
there's a story that Betty Thomas produced this movie. Betty Thomas directed
I love Betty Thomas.
the Brady Bunch movie, and she
Okay.
is in Troop Beverly Hills.
She is.
Betty Thomas, like
She was a
icon.
Yeah, she
and
was a
she's
character actress.
She's
in the
directed
70s
a
and
lot of
80s.
movies. She produced this movie, and her big advice to Deborah Kaplan and Harry Elfont is you should fire somebody on the first day.
What?
If you really want to be treated seriously, because this was their first feature. So, and they were pretty young when they made this movie. I mean, roughly contemporaries of a lot of the cast.
Oh, wow.
And Betty was just like, you should just fire somebody the first day, just to really have the entire cast scared shitless,
That's
and
wild.
maybe they'll treat you a little more seriously. And I think that the firing of Little Man Tate really like shook everybody. I think like Lauren Ambrose was freaking out. Peter Facinelli was like, "Oh fuck! Like, am I
next?
Am I going to be next?" Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
All right. So they bring in little Charlie Korsmo as William Lichter. And is this his final acting appearance?
I think he just went off to be like a rocket scientist after this.
No, he's his lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just went off to be a regular ass person.
But like when you
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at Charlie's IMDb top 4, Hook, Can't Hardly Wait, What About Bob, and Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy, yeah.
What about Bob? I didn't remember
Yeah.
that now. Yeah.
The little boy from Dick Tracy.
That's a good
Just named Kid.
little kid in a movie resume. Oh yeah, he is the kid in Dick Tracy. That's funny.
Apparently he has a credit in A Different Man.
I don't know what A Different Man
A movie
is.
that came out last year with Sebastian Stan. It's about that guy that gets the medical procedure to change his appearance.
The face transplant.
It's from the guy from Under the Skin.
Got it.
Yeah. So, looked like he did make a movie last year.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that Charlie Cosmo is really funny in this movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his whole little like spiel at the beginning, because at the same time it also just goes to like he's taking this so seriously, and like the 3 things that Mike Dexter did to him are like, yeah, that sucks, but like I don't know about holding a lifelong grudge over any of them, let alone the collection of them.
Yeah, and not washing the pants and like everything. Like,
still having the diorama from 3rd grade.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you didn't throw that out.
diorama?
It's broken. Throw it away.
It used to be a working rainforest.
Yeah,
He still has it.
Come on, a working
Holding on
rainforest.
to trauma.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
us gay folk can
let it go.
can relate to that maybe.
I always thought it was really funny when he said, "You're going to be Grand Moff Tarkin, and you're going to be Boba Fett." Why can't I be Boba Fett?
You know what, you're both kiss dolls.
You're both kiss dolls. And then to which I said, "Well, he's got to have an older brother because why does he have kiss dolls? He's way too young. He's way too young to have kiss dolls."
I had a Kiss lunchbox, but it was from my dad.
See, you had your dad's Kiss lunchbox.
Yeah, I would go to
That's
grade
rad.
school with a
That's
Kiss
fucking
with a tin Kiss lunchbox from the late 70s.
And all the other kids are like, "What the shit is it? Where is your what was cool? I don't know. Where's your fucking
Rugrats,
Rugrats.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, right. Rocko's Modern Life.
lunchbox?" Yeah, man. You had you're like, "Fuck you! I want to rock and roll all night and putty every day."
Detroit Rock City, everyone.
Oh shit, that's cool. Yeah, those characters are great. We love them.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we're going through the movie, we're just like, what were some of the cameos that did you forget about anybody? Because I was just like, fuck yeah, man, Sarah Rue. Like, so many people.
I like that.
Yes,
I like that during Sarah Rue's scene, you were just nodding your head on the couch in total agreement.
Yeah, because what was she saying? She was like, "Fuck all these idiots." Like,
She's just like, Amanda Beckett, you don't know who Preston Myers is, even though you probably sat next to him in a handful of high school and middle school classes.
yeah. But she went on to say something about she was calling everybody sheep.
You are all sheep.
Are all sheep.
Sheep. Well, Scott, we have a lot to say about this whole movie trope of like, don't we have such and such class? Yes, bitch, we have that class together. We have been going to school together.
What do you think the graduating class of Huntington High was?
According to Melissa Joan Hart's character, it was like 500 some odd people.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Both of our high schools
I only had
had
a class of
500 total.
Yeah,
The whole
My
school.
graduating class, and I went to a decent sized school. It was still only like 200,
Yeah.
250 people, maybe.
Okay, so that's kind of a lot of students, but still.
It was, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's them not exactly knowing how to inflate Los Angeles size.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah,
as they're
yeah.
writing, it's like, I don't know. 500 students,
Yeah, that sounds right.
523. Make it sound real.
Although I remember going to visit like cousins in like Texas or some shit, and like seeing their yearbook. It was like a fucking phone book.
Jeez.
My
You're like,
sister,
what? What is this?
My
Yeah.
sister Genevieve, she
An
went to school
encyclopedia.
in Kalispell.
Yeah.
And Kalispell famously had one of the biggest high schools
Oh.
in the state, and I think that Jen's class was about 500.
Okay.
Okay.
And it really was the entire area of that section of Montana.
I thought you were going to
Of
say it was
Kalispell.
the opposite, and it was the entire school was in one classroom.
No,
All 4 grades.
you love that joke. You love to say that about any school in Montana.
It's a keeper.
Okay, trying to think of anyone. I mean, I'm very familiar with this movie.
Yes.
Trying to think of somebody that really stood out in this movie that I don't remember their
Clea Duvall. I always forget Clea
I
Duvall.
always know. Okay, so
Leslie Grossman.
Jennifer
love.
Elise Cox. I did not know that she was the crowd surfing girl. You might know her as Jan Brady.
Jan Brady. The new Jan Brady. Forget about her. Amber Benson. I was like, that's Amber Benson.
Yeah. Well, I was a big Buffy fan. I was a big Buffy kid, so I immediately knew that was Tara.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like I forget that all these people are in there. Selma Blair.
I always forget about Selma Blair. In that one.
I mean, this was right at the time where Selma Blair's career was really starting to take off too.
Yeah, when did Cruel Intentions come out?
99.
Okay, so we were right.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Well, she had a sitcom.
She did.
Zoe Duncan, Jack and Jane.
Yeah.
Why do I remember that sitcom? I watched it.
Okay.
All 7 episodes. I enjoyed it. It was a Friends clone. Did not last. But I remembered some.
Well, I have a little game for a lot of the deep pulls of this cast. I mean, we've discussed some of them, but let's see if we can get a few more.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the reverse IMDb game.
All right.
I'm going to name some of their titles, and I want to see
Shutting
if
down
any
my
of you
IMDb, I'm like,
can guess the cast member.
All right.
All right. First one.
Yes.
Skyline. Kick-Ass 2. Clueless.
Is this Breckenmeyer?
No. You're close, though. And Scrubs.
Oh.
Eric Belfer's not. Oh, it's
Donald Faison.
Donald Faison. Yeah.
All right.
Got that one right.
Hootie.
The End of the Tour.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie about a writer, David Foster Wallace.
Okay.
Sex Tape. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh,
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel. And the Muppets. Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Got it.
All right. This is one of these is a TV credit.
Okay.
6 Feet Under. The Offer. 24. And a movie that I have a TV show that I have a TV show or movie I have no idea what it is. Country Comfort.
Is it Freddie Rodriguez?
It is not Freddie Rodriguez.
Is this
but
Eric Balfour?
It is Eric Balfour. I was going to say this actor did have scenes opposite Lauren Ambrose on 6 Feet Under.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Identity. Argo. The Faculty. I always have to pronounce it.
I know who it is.
And But I'm a Cheerleader.
Okay. It's Clay Duvall.
Mm-hmm. Here's another television one. The Good Place. Hers only has 3 titles. I think that's so interesting.
3, yeah.
It's just a weird. She needs to have her publicist go have them add a 4th. The Good Place.
Okay.
American Horror Story.
Oh.
And Popular.
Yeah. I can't think of her name. And her name is Mary Cherry. Unpopular. Leslie Grossman.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
I maybe kind of forgot about
She's in The Good Place.
Leslie Grossman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's talking to girl who wants to.
She's
sleep
talking
with somebody.
to Summer from Clueless.
Summer from Clueless.
Mm-hmm.
With the plugged-in snowman.
Yeah. All right. I Love You, Man.
Okay.
Joe Dirt. Not another teen movie. And My Name is Earl.
Oh. Jamie Presley.
Presley. Okay.
You got it.
Another television.
Yeah.
24. Riverdale. I think she was one of the parents on Riverdale.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
It's Marisol.
It's Marisol Nichols.
She's
Yep.
she plays Veronica's mother on Riverdale.
Yeah, I mean, I think that about does it. I mean, do you want to guess what Breckin Meyer's most known for?
What is most known for? Brecken?
We just watched one of these.
We just watched a Breckin Meyer movie that's not another team, or that's not Ken Hathaway.
Mm-hmm. We watched it, and we have a nice 4K set of these movies.
What did we just watch in 4K? Oh, New Nightmare? No,
Freddy's
Dead.
Final
Is it his
Nightmare.
top 4?
Not a good movie.
What? Shit.
And then
crazy.
Rat Race and Clueless are also in his most known for.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the 4th one?
Hold on.
Robot Chicken.
One moment,
Yeah, Robot
please.
Rat Race, Clueless, frickin' Freddy's Dead, which does not even have a Nightmare on
it's
Elm
Road
Street.
Trip.
Road Trip. Okay.
Road
Well,
Trip.
he's
that's
also
good.
the lead of Road Trip, too.
That's a good point.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm kind
Stack
of
cast.
trying to think of Brecken as Kenny Fisher, right?
I think it could work.
Yeah, it could definitely work, but I'm feeling like, I don't know, maybe Seth is a little, yeah.
Brecken ended up going to marry this director, Deborah Kaplan.
Oh, did he? Oh,
I don't think that they're no longer together, but they have kids. They have kids with each other.
Cool. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Covered a movie last year by these writer-directors. They went on to do Josie and the Pussycats in 2001.
And if you look closely at like when they're in subliminal message headquarters and all stuff, and they have all of those little marquees just flying all over the place. That say, like, buy Big Macs. But
oh yeah.
One of them literally scrolls, "Can't hardly wait" was an underrated movie.
And also Seth Green, Donald Faisons, Alexander Martin, who's the foreign exchange student, and Brecken Meyer. They're all in du jour.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah, because du jour means friendship.
Oh God.
But it doesn't. Oh, the foreign exchange student Alexander Martin. Okay, got it. Oh shit.
I am a sick.
There's definitely
machine.
a leftover from an '80s movie. The foreign exchange student
definitely.
trope. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the USA T-shirt too.
Yeah. Speaking of which, our old pal Getty Watanabe came into my store today.
Oh, he sometimes comes into our store too.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's super nice.
Such a cute man.
Yeah, we love Getty from 16 Candles as a foreign exchange student. All right, we got to talk about Amanda Beckett.
We got to talk about love. Okay,
We
you died at Jennifer Love Hewitt's styling.
Her Peg Bundy hair.
This bouffant of hair.
It is a cloud of hair.
Yes.
It's huge. How does one
So much.
achieve that on her own? There's so much hair.
I mean, she is fresh from the wardrobe.
salon?
Like, she's fresh from the makeup chair.
Yeah.
It's like when you go and get your hair cut and they just like do it really big.
You're like, I will never. I will never
and you know that you
be
look
able
crazy
to.
as
Yeah.
you're walking away.
So it's back combed. It's ratted. It's like it's
Huge.
yeah. It's really big. It's teased beyond belief. But I mean, did girls look like that in 1998? I wasn't paying attention to them. Now the thing is, I'm not come off sounding a certain way, but I didn't hang out with kids who dressed like this. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
All the dumb like nerdy kids that I hung out with didn't have the big like bouffant like Peg Bundy hair.
Let's see, the hair is definitely something that I think was just more for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she's got like what the short skirt thing going on.
Yeah, she's got
the only thing missing at that point would have just been like white, kind of like I don't know what etnies would have been at the time.
Oh, sure.
But like
yeah.
kind of like that white shoe.
Yeah, no,
to
you're
go with
absolutely
it.
right. Yep. Yeah, a couple of years earlier it would have been like a Keds, like a Kelly Kapowski,
Yeah.
like white Keds, but like the 90s, like the late 90s version of that. It's funny because it's like, okay, it's Jennifer Love Hewitt, right? This is just her style of like acting. This is just how she looks. It's kind of her brand. And like, I'll be damned if Lacey Chabert didn't just like knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she had worked pretty closely with Love.
Yeah,
too.
But she really killed it, man. They really took this character and were like, all right, we're gonna. It's already kind of a parody of itself, just the way she's coming in, like delivering this like Princess Diana kind of performance.
It is giving Lady Di.
It is Spencer.
Yeah.
She is just like looking from side to side and up and down. And
It's almost. Was she kind of secretly getting ready for her role as Audrey Hepburn in the made-for-TV movie?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I think Audrey was a different.
But
kind
like
of,
you almost expect her to have like a Mid-Atlantic accent. though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why was she at this party?
Why did she go?
Why did she go?
Why did she stay?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Jamie Presley says that. I can't believe she came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she like kind of abandons her friends and is literally at one point just sitting bored.
Yeah.
Drinking a bottle of water.
Yeah, drinking a bottle of water while like people are making out next to her.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you still here? You didn't. It's not like you got a ride from it. You're not like.
You're
not Denise who came here with Preston, and therefore might need to actually like stick around for him to give you a ride home if nothing works out.
Yeah, who Preston actually straight up leaves her at the party without even going to find her and saying, "I'm just gonna go." He just leaves.
He just leaves.
Yeah, but yeah, she very well could have done.
Well,
that.
I mean, Denise did say that she was going to she would figure out a ride home.
Yeah, she did. She's like, I guess I'll. But she says it kind of like, well, fuck my drag.
I mean, we should probably mention that the main crux of the movie is that Preston Myers is going to declare his love for Amanda Beckett in this love letter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could go one of two ways. I really see it maybe going the latter of not going so well.
Yeah.
What were we just... Oh, we were talking about a Cinderella story.
That's
of
right.
the little romantic text messages of that, like, you're really playing with fire.
Yeah. This whole letter situation, and I get it, being in high school.
But like, what if it's one of the X-Files kids?
Yeah, right.
I mean well, you got to sign the damn letter.
Well, I mean, luckily for us in this movie, we have what I call the Deus Ex yearbook.
Yeah.
because Preston throws away this letter, and then later, I guess, the yearbook ends up in the same trash can. Melissa Joan Hart pulls it out, throws it on the ground, and then it goes on that little like Rube Goldberg journey, stuck on the bottom of a shoe, swept up by some guy doing hockey plays. The guy's on the phone
scratching,
while
on the ones
Smash
and
Mouth
twos
is playing.
Yeah. Oh boy!
and then later when Amanda's trying to figure out who Preston is, she turns to his page in the yearbook when she's trying to get the signatures. And it's like this yearbook ends up becoming like the thing that kind of like really draws the fate together.
You know who fucking loved that? The writers directors of this movie. They're like, fuck
he saw it. He saw it.
They're like, what's going to be fucking cool? This goddamn yearbook. But yeah, the whole time I'm just thinking, man, girl, go home. Why are you even there? Because I get it too. She's just like, man, bro, I just broke up with somebody like today. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, the girls are there to go make out with their guys.
Yeah.
Like she's basically having to either explain why Mike Dexter broke up with her, or having other guys walk up and just being like, "So, you and me, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
I do love the whole bit of all of the jocks wanting to break up with their girlfriends, but one of them has Pearl Jam tickets. I mean, you don't want to immediately break it off.
No, you got to wait until at least October or August or September for that.
Yeah,
and then the other one. I mean, come on. Her parents are out of town, and dude, they have mirrors above the bed, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like that. I get Mike Dexter, right? I got Mike Dexter's like thing. Like, okay, we're gonna see it, but no, bro. Like, sorry. I got a girlfriend who's hot to trot. Like, I'm seeing this through. What did I just see right now? There's some like crazy, like. Set photos. Like, what is this?
Oh yeah, what is that?
What is this?
Yeah,
maybe it was for her mirror of all the photos.
Sure,
of her.
it was just
their
their couple's picture.
Yeah, they just like, let's go to a park and just shoot all these.
Peter Facinelli marry Jenny Garth? I want to look that up.
I don't know. That was your Jiminy Glick. When did Peter Facinelli?
When did Peter Facinelli marry Jenny Garth?
Jenny Garth.
2001.
Sure.
Oh damn! Okay, so just a few years after this.
Very shortly after this.
Wasn't Jenny Garth wasn't she like the leader of the group on Fastlane when?
Oh, I remember Fastlane
when Peter Facinelli was like one of the two rogue detectives.
That's true.
What was Fastlane's like hook?
I don't remember.
Was it like a 21 Jump Street type of thing?
No,
I just remember it was a new thing brought to us by McG.
Okay, it's like a buddy cop TV show.
Yeah, like a Tango and Cash type of deal, but television.
Yeah. Listen, we're McG apologists when it comes to...
I mean, this would have been early 2000s.
The Charlie's
This would have been like around the time he was doing the OC.
Oh, damn. I forgot he was attached to the OC.
I mean, Peter Facinelli and Tiffany Thiessen on television together at long last.
Oh my gosh.
A match made in heaven
See?
for the rest of us to watch.
Yeah. Scott, do you want to talk about the soundtrack of this movie?
Oh my god, I love the soundtrack. Yes. The soundtrack of this movie you could probably have found in my car as I was driving to school on any given day of the week.
Yeah.
I would be listening to that Matthew Sweet song. I mean, it probably made me discover the Replacements. I don't know if I was listening to the Replacements prior to this movie, but yeah, I mean, it has that Third Eye Blind song, Graduate. That album had like 5 singles off of it. I mean, Smash Mouth, I think, had every kid in a chokehold in the later half of the 90s.
Like right at this time.
Yep. Blink 182, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, Run DMC song, It's Tricky.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Sweet. I mean, that Matthew Sweet song is like built into the score of the movie. I mean, the last track of the soundtrack is Paradise City by Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in the last like 10 or 15 years or so, I've heard that song a lot more just in like the ambient world on, work radio.
Yeah.
And, just even over the regular radio like KLOS here in LA.
Yeah.
And I wonder to myself if it's because of this movie, because people growing up now would have been like, it's like I rediscovered it because of William Lichter singing this song.
Yeah,
Wild
totally.
Bill, rock and roll.
I mean, I think that's kind of what. I mean, I didn't listen to a lot of Guns N' Roses. I mean, I think I would have known stuff like November Rain, but I mean, I think that. I mean, Sweet Child of Mine is just like a FM radio staple.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Paradise City, and now whenever I hear that song, I immediately think of this movie.
Absolutely.
What do we always say, Mr. Brightside? What did we say, Mr. Brightside was the Paradise City for?
No, it's
like,
the Sweet Child of Mine.
The Sweet Child of Mine. There you go. Okay,
For millennials,
that's why. Okay, and I mean the songs that are not on the soundtrack.
There's a lot too.
I mean, Mandy.
Mm-hmm. I heard that song was about his dog.
By Barry Manilow. Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet
by Dire Straits.
I immediately think of
Empire Records. And Ethan Embry.
With
and
Ethan
Mark.
Embry.
Yeah, Mark dancing with the ballet dancer. A weird remix of Six Underground.
It's slowed down a little bit.
Weird, but it's still Sneaker Pimps. It's still them.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy remix. I'll Make Love to You, Walking on the Sun. Let's see. Oh, there's a Jennifer Love Hewitt song. How Do I Make You?
Oh,
How Do I Deal? Different.
I mean, How Do I Deal? Classic.
Don't Leave Me This Way. We're all about.
I mean,
I
like that this party's playing disco.
Yeah. Inside Out, Eve 6, More Human Than Human.
There's 2 Eve 6 songs in this movie because the yearbook montage at the beginning is an Eve 6 song. Yep.
Funky Cole Medina, that song was old then. There were those. Lucas with the Lid Off, I love that song. Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner. There's like a shit.
Like you could have done a volume 2 of this album.
Yeah.
Can't Hardly Wait, Volume 2, featuring favorite songs.
I mean, I feel like
what movies have had a volume 2? Empire Records.
Did
Empire Records have a volume 2?
Did it?
I only had volume 1 of Empire Records. Romeo and Michelle definitely had a volume 2.
Okay.
Some of the Cameron Crowe movies, I think, had a follow-up album to them.
Did either Romeo plus Juliet or Moulin Rouge have a volume 2?
Moulin Rouge definitely did.
Yeah.
I think that Romeo and Juliet did too.
Yeah. Baz, he always had a lot of movies.
I mean, I think that this movie, I don't think that it stuck around in theaters for all that long. I was looking up the box office top 10 the weekend that this came out. I think that the director said that this was out of theaters by a month, and they were just kind of bummed that it didn't do all that well, but just went on to have a big home video following. I'm seeing the weekend that this came out, The Truman Show is number 1 at the box office. Ooh. Number 2 is 6 Days, 7 Nights. Number 3, A Perfect Murder, which I just watched on the Criterion Channel.
Did you just watch
it? Fucking slaps. It's awesome. Listeners, go back and watch A Perfect Murder.
Oh.
Like, it is so much fun.
All right.
They really don't make them like that anymore. This is the summer of Godzilla. I saw Godzilla at the drive-in.
Yikes.
Wait, the Matthew Broderick?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it.
This was the summer of The asteroid movies. Deep Impact is number 7.
And Armageddon.
And Armageddon, I think, would come out in July in the next month. Also, Titanic is at number 10, still making money.
Still making money.
Still making money.
Damn.
Yup.
Damn.
Do you want to go see Titanic for the
10?
10th time?
That's crazy.
Everybody kind of had that story, though.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody, there were so many people that I feel like saw that 3-hour movie at least twice, 3 times in theaters.
Yeah.
And then, like, people who don't even normally go to movies were like, yeah, I went 3 times.
I saw it twice. A minimum twice. I could have
I only saw it. I talk about this on our episode. I only saw it once in the theater. That's why now I feel like I need to make up for it. Whenever it's playing,
Yeah.
I have to go see it.
You and I have seen it in the theater like 3
we've
times.
seen it 3 times together.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Since we've been
because
in
it's
our
still making money in
relationship.
theaters.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
I mean, you
strong.
got to get like the 20 year, the 25 year. We saw it at the Vista right before lockdown. Mm-hmm. We have to talk about Jenna Elfman. Talk about this
please.
scene. I used to love this scene.
Me, same
It was.
here.
I think it was one of my
favorite.
favorite scenes of the movie when I was in junior high. There's just something about that scene. Jenna Elfman. I think that Dharma and Greg was in its first season. She was starting to do movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point of Jenna Elfman's career she was the romantic lead of EdTV, Keeping the Faith.
Yep.
It didn't last that long. But I mean, she had that brief moment at this time.
And now she's an angel, or she's a dancer.
She's a dancer, yeah.
Cigarette hanging out of her mouth.
We have a lot to say about the styling.
The styling?
I mean, the angel costume is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That hair.
It's a little bit of a modified Blanche Devereaux.
Okay.
It's kind of a Sally Hershberger. I mean, the idea is the Meg Ryan like curls.
Is it?
I think the idea. I mean, it was that time in the late '90s where Meg Ryan sort of had this hair. It was a Sally Hershberger hair.
But it's just these like huge like barrel curls, these curlers, and I mean to me it was giving like Sally Field and Steel Magnolias. Just tease it, and make it look like a brown football helmet. It's just this round. I don't know. It does not look sexy to me. It's very granny. It's very grandma.
Do you think the little headband holding up her halo was doing her no favors?
No favors at all. I just the shape of it, I don't know. It just looks crazy to me. It looks crazy.
I was watching an interview with the directors, and they said the original idea was he would go back to the diner, and the waitress would sort of have this conversation, and they wanted Molly Ringwald. And then they kind of figured that maybe a waitress would be a little too on the nose, so they came up with the stripper.
An angel stripper.
I'm a dancer.
Yeah. I get it. Strippers do like routines.
They also are normal people who would like Scott Baio.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Scott Baio was a big star.
Especially at the time that she was claiming to have, been in love with him.
He was a big breakout star of Happy Days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna Elfman's age, that's right. That tracks.
Never even talked to him, and he was right there. I still have that red bandana. The thing is, you never know. Had I at least maybe said something, you never know. But anyway, the point is, I totally realize, fate. There is fate. That it only takes you so far, because once you're there, it's up to you to make it happen.
You are so definitely right.
I know. So look, don't you make the same mistake I did, okay? Because if you really want to be with him, then you get back on that phone and you call Barry Manilow and you tell him how you feel.
No. Oh, no. I didn't want him.
It's okay. I don't think it's weird. I mean, come on. Scott Baio. We all have our things.
But this strip club that she works at is not like the Cheetah in
I think
Showgirls.
Well, she does like house calls though.
Oh, she's going to like bachelor parties.
I think that she's coming from the bachelor party.
Okay, you're right. You're right. That makes more sense. Yeah, harder to change back into. Work.
I like strippers to go to the bachelor party with maybe a gentleman.
They usually do
supervising them.
I assume. No,
this one's got the guts though. I mean, there's some guy she's never even met. She's hanging up his phone.
Yeah.
Right as he finally makes contact with whoever he was calling.
I mean, it's teenage Ethan Embry. What's he going to do?
I wish that Ethan Embry was listening to Love Songs on the Coast with Karen Sharp. Maybe they couldn't get it.
No, instead he's listening to radio stations that play Barry Manilow. Why are we listening to a radio station that plays Barry Manilow?
You know, though, when in your car, the radio presets here in LA, I don't know. I had K-Rock and KLOS and all the good ones. But it also had fucking Love Songs on the Coast.
So you had. I mean, there were usually 6 little slots.
Yeah.
You're only listening to 2 or 3 at a time. The other 3 were definitely wild cards for
me
too.
It was something wasn't on. If it was commercials, whatever, I'm changing it around.
I like Jack FM.
Yeah, Jack FM.
That one was always number 6 for me.
Yeah.
It was like my little hidden pleasure at the very end.
Yeah.
No one would ever get all the way down to. Just be for me.
Yeah. Or if you had the kind of radio that had the 6 and then it was you push a button and then there's 6 more. It's like a little electronic dealy. Yeah, I mean, I had. Was it Coast 103 or the Wave? I don't know. I had one of those 104.3. I had one of those on there at all times, just ready to go because you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Karen Sharp, Ted Ziegenbusch.
Yeah,
just giving out love songs and
trips to Disneyland.
Yeah.
A lot of trips to Disneyland.
Yeah.
If you listen to the radio station in Southern California.
Yeah.
Preston drives a 1972 Cadillac sedan DeVille.
That was a big-ass car.
It was.
Big car.
Yeah, land yacht.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had friends who drove big hoopties.
Just watch it when you turn.
Yeah.
Turns wide.
Yeah, absolutely.
The costumes in this movie I thought was interesting. Okay, so the costume designer was the surprise of this cast. Or the crew, we should say. Mark Bridges has costumed a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson movies. He would have just been coming off Boogie Nights, and he has an Oscar for Phantom Thread.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I just thought that was interesting that he did the costumes for this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that he came up with of course, a lot of these costumes are him, but I mean, primarily Seth Green's whole look, that's all Mark Bridges.
That's
he just came up with all of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they kind of thought, the ski goggles, is it too much? Is it too much?
I mean, it's too much in real life. If you're, somebody that came to your graduation party dressed like that, bro, come on. But for the movie, it tracks. Right?
I did have ski goggles like that when I was in junior high.
For skiing.
Yeah.
But it works because it's
there's no snow where Huntington Hills High is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We watched on YouTube a 10-year anniversary kind of look back special, and a lot of the cast was there talking about it, reminiscing, and Joel Michael Lee, who plays X-File number 1, number 2, the one with the dark hair.
Okay.
He was wearing a Huntington Hills High phys ed t-shirt.
Rad.
Which I was like, that's pretty cool.
He is X-File number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah. Jay Paulson's X-File
the
number
one putting
2.
the little weird slinky ball over
yeah.
his
Yeah.
When we first see him.
Yes. And his hair is crazy. He's fully giving Kramer
in
this movie. It's what is going on there? But yeah, I really liked the Huntington Hills phys ed gym t-shirt that he was wearing in that little special that we just watched.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the Heathers High School, and isn't that
It's Westerberg High.
Westerberg High. Yes. I mean, isn't a replacements nod.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That you see class shirts like that.
Yeah. No, it's a fun idea.
Fake high schools.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Scott, did you read on the Wikipedia page for this movie that in 2009, Jennifer Love Hewitt was on Everything Iconic podcast?
Oh, this sequel?
Yeah, hosted by Danny Pellegrino. I'm not super familiar with this podcast. Sorry, Danny. It said that now, all right, this is Wikipedia, and this is just a podcast conversation. And it's from 2019. So we're going on, 7 years ago.
This is a pre-COVID world.
Yeah. Developing a sequel with plans to direct it herself. Concept revolving around the reunion.
I mean, sure. Do you think it can happen?
Well, it would have to be the 30th reunion.
Yeah, I was going to say what number reunion is this going to be?
No one wants to see that.
I mean,
I think we'll pass.
It would be interesting, but the other thing being is it's like most reunions happen like in the gym of it, so it's not about to have like a house that could become like this iconic thing. We'd all be dealing with like the interior of a school for 110 minutes.
Although I don't know, in like this social media like era that we're in now, I feel like a lot of high school reunions are just people like, "Hey, do you want to have a reunion? We'll go meet somewhere."
Yeah.
You know, I think they're less and less these planned out like.
Ours is done at a golf course.
Yeah, in your hometown.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even know where mine was. I didn't answer the call.
Yeah, I was going to say once again.
I had a good time at my 20-year reunion.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, yeah, you had fun.
I had fun at mine.
Yeah. It's interesting though because like I remember like my mom and like my dad were all very much like, "Oh, your 10 years fun, your 20-year everybody's old." Everybody's got kids and like her family people and stuff. But the 10 years is the one where you're still young and you're still partying. I'm like, okay, cool, can't wait for that.
Ronnie, did you have a quiz?
I did, yes, and it kind of harkens a little bit back to the like all these cast members or this casting that we've been talking about.
Love it.
But as we've mentioned, when you look at the end of the movie and you're at the credits. Aside from our main 6 characters and a small handful of other ones, everyone's kind of unnamed.
Right.
But more sneakily, some people that you would think that should have been credited are not credited at all in that ending sequence. They're on IMDb, but they're not like actually in the like little scroll at the end.
Yeah, because IMDb will list people, but it'll say in parentheses uncredited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
So I have 10 people here. And we pretty much mentioned all of them at some point or time. So I'm just going to say the name, and I'm just going to ask if that person was credited for what they did in this movie.
Okay.
All right. So number 1, we have Jenna Elfman.
Okay.
I don't think she's credited.
You think she's uncredited? I think she's credited as Angel.
She would just have to be Angel.
Yeah.
I think when she's on IMDb, it says uncredited though.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, they're credited as girl who's partied as like we're saying.
Angel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think she's credited. You're saying uncredited?
I think uncredited.
All right.
Scott got it. It's uncredited for Jenna Elfman.
Man.
I always wonder how that works.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like, because I'm assuming they got some sort of a day rate. Sometimes with big stars, it's a weird thing of I don't want to be too distracting in marketing for the movie, so I'll just be uncredited.
Yeah, I wonder why.
But I mean, Jenna Elfman just would have had one season of Dharma and Greg. I don't know.
She might have been a huge secret at that point because the only person that she's on screen with is Ethan Embry.
That's true.
They could have just met in the middle of the night at that diner, done the shoot, and then just kept him on board, for a few more hours. And then when dawn hit, did all the
like
end of movie
most of the
scenes.
cast probably didn't even know Jenna Elfman from Dharma and Greg was even in the movie.
Yeah, crazy.
Just sort of maybe like a quick in and out, and like that, like she was never supposed to be known until and like that way everybody in the crowd would be like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah, for sure. Interesting.
All right, number 2, we have Sarah Rue.
Sarah Rue. I don't even know what she would potentially be credited as. I'm gonna say uncredited because, I feel like she's just. They're kind of like.
I would say uncredited because I don't even know what you would name the character.
Yeah.
She is credited. I'd have to look up to see what it is, what her name was, but she is a part of the scroll.
Okay. Is she like a hippie?
I think it is something like
she's
because
like
hippie girl is the one who gets the brownie thrown at her.
Oh, sure, that's Amber Benson. No, okay.
Or I like to say the lead singer of Biff Naked.
What?
She looks like the lead singer of Biff Naked.
Who does?
The girl that gets the brownie thrown at her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Biff Naked is. This is the rare case that Biff Naked is the person.
Okay. I always thought that it was just Biff Naked, like the band is the band named.
Unlike Jamiroquai is not anyone in the band is named Jamiroquai. But Biff Naked, I think, actually is the person. Love it. All right.
All right. Next, we have Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer has to be credited.
I would think Breckenmeyer is credited.
As
I'm
lead singer?
Donald Faisance and the other guy are credited.
I'm saying...
since we're here, Donald Faison also is on this list. So
okay. I'm saying Brecken is, and I'm saying Donald Faison... You think both of them are?
I think both of them are credited.
Okay. Let's go with that.
All right. For Breckenmeyer, he is uncredited.
Oh, interesting.
And for Donald Faison, he is credited as drummer.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
That's so crazy. That has to be like, I'm a fucking cool...
Well, because there's the whole story that he was making 54 at the time. So he just brought in to do these bit scenes. Yeah, I don't know. Listeners, if you know how that works, actors being credited or uncredited, send us a DM.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Next one.
Jennifer Elise Cox.
I bet she is credited as the crowd surfing girl.
Okay. As crowd surfing girl, I'm going to say uncredited.
All right. You've got it this time. It is uncredited.
Right. Love it. Yeah, that's another weird one.
Yeah, she's quick too, and the best part about it is like she makes such a weirdly distorted face that it was me actually looking this up, like, that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, she almost at one point looks like she's like trying to be like Melissa Joan Hart in a muumuu.
These are probably such interesting stories of when you asked all of these actors when they showed up to filming. Did they just kind of have an idea of how they were going to get featured because everybody wanted camera time, and Claire Benson had this banana and she's going to be stoned looking at this banana. That's going to be my thing. The Klepto Kid, I mean, they would have probably had to plan that pretty
Klepto
early.
But the making out couple,
the making out couple,
who's making out everywhere,
apparently were a real couple.
Oh, thank God, because they were just making out. They're faced together the entire movie for multiple takes.
Gross. All right, who do we got? Do we have more of these?
Yes.
Okay.
We have Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell,
uncredited.
I'm going to say is uncredited.
Yes, Trip McNeely is uncredited.
All right. Yeah, that's got to be. And again, okay, well, yeah. No rhyme or reason.
Right.
Or I'm sure there is, but it's beyond us.
Another one where it's like maybe he was snuck onto it because it's just him and Peter Facinelli.
I was going to say, that's a similar situation.
Next, we have Jamie Presley.
I think Jamie Presley is credited as one of
girlfriend
number
1, 2, or
3.
Yeah, and she is.
Okay.
Jamie Presley with the slamming body.
She's always.
And that halter top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jamie Presley, we're talking about so funny on...
So good on My Name is Earl.
My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy nominated. Rightly
really?
so. Yeah.
Good, because she was a treasure.
Yeah, definitely. Stand up for that show. My Name is Earl, one of those shows that's like not so secretly like run by Scientologists.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Jamie Presley has any sign. She doesn't have any. They didn't rope her into it.
And I feel like she's the type of girl that's just like, no, we're not going to talk about that.
She's going to shut this down.
Yeah. But Ethan Suplee and, Jason.
No.
What's his name?
Jason Lee?
Jason Lee, yeah. And I think some other people, but those two mainly. Big old Scientologist.
Although is Jason Lee one of those actors that he's just quit sending in his paycheck?
No, he's out. He left it.
Yeah.
He's fully
That's good.
Do not, Ethan Suplee, I don't know. I think he might still be part of it. But at any rate, moving on.
All right. Next we have Jason Segel.
I think that he is credited as Watermelon Guy.
I think he's early enough in his career that he's like, no, I want the credit.
Sort of been pre-Freaks and Geeks. Jason Segel too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does a good job of like really coming off as just completely out of it.
Yeah,
he is sort of carving this watermelon into a vagina
with his mouth.
Back
his
and
mouth.
Forth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And his fingers too.
Oh yeah.
He's stroking it. He's stroking it while talking about who Preston is. I like that guy.
Oh boy.
All right. We have Selma Blair.
I think Selma Blair uncredited.
She has lines, right?
She does have lines. Yep. I always wonder who's with Selma Blair in this scene. She looks familiar.
I'm going to say that Selma Blair is credited at this.
Selma Blair is credited.
All right.
Yeah, she's a girl who gets hit on number 2. The one that you're talking about, Scott, that looks so familiar is girl who gets hit on number 1.
Sure. Of course.
All right. And finally, we have Melissa Joan Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart as Yearbook Girl.
I think she's credited.
I'm going to say
Yearbook
she's
girl?
not credited.
She isn't credited.
Oh, interesting.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, she would have been a big get
Yeah, I think,
for this movie.
Yeah.
Which is why I find it kind of much like with Jenna Elfman, a little surprising that she
Yeah.
wasn't at least a part of.
Do you
know,
think that she went in with the idea? Do you think that her mom, because her mom famously used to manage her,
Momager,
yeah.
Do you think that the mom really wanted Amanda Beckett
For her.
Probably.
For Melissa.
Yeah.
and she didn't get it? Yeah.
That's probably exactly what happened. Yeah, and then they stuck
Take her
her. They
name off.
wrote her in, somehow.
Yeah. I better not see her name on that cast list. I'll sue the fool.
All right, that's all of them.
All right, that was a great quiz there. It's such a weird, yeah. I mean, who knows what the thought process is there? But yeah, we did notice that the credits for these characters are so interesting. Homeboy 1 and Homeboy 2.
Oh man!
But I also find interesting too that isn't there another one like there's the homeboys are Seth Green's friends.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, are they the same person?
Yeah.
That guy.
These
those two
these guys worked the rounds at the time.
look
Yeah.
like identical twins. But there wasn't there somebody else like another homeboy in there that's like listed like okay.
I'm trying to
It
think.
is because they're kind of IMDb has them in order of appearance.
Uh-huh.
So in order of appearance, Amanda Beckett and Preston are first. We go on. Jocks, X-Files. Okay, it says real homeboy, homeboy number 1 and homeboy number 2.
Oh, are they the
Who's
black guys?
No, it's a white dude, Brian Hall.
Oh, interesting.
He's a white guy. So I'm like, why is he a real homeboy?
Real
Who
homeboy.
is he? Yeah, I can't figure it out. Got to watch that scene again. 'Cause,
Yeah.
again, it's in order of appearance. So it would be like as they're walking into the Quickie Mart. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Reading their Playboys.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
Yeah, that is a strange one. Real homeboy.
Yeah, real
as I'm
homeboy,
thinking
what?
about, I'm trying to think of like who that might even be. Like later on in
Right?
the movie, if they just messed up that order of appearance,
Yeah,
order of
because it
operations.
goes from the homeboys to guitar player. So that's I don't think that's right
Okay.
either. So it's kind of an order of appearance, but kind of not. So yeah, crazy. Let's see. Klepto Kid, Chris Owen. I mean, he was in everything.
American Pie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Pie. Hoover it. I love Reminiscing Guy.
Oh, I love him.
I think he's a funny.
He has a good little.
character.
They have a good little button to that character with
Yes.
him and Melissa.
And
Yeah.
Melissa.
At the end of the
Yeah.
movie. This movie's relationship with time. We were talking about that. At
Oh,
one
girl.
point, do they say it's 2 a.m.? Oh, it's with Jen Elfman. Of that,
Yeah.
you're at a phone booth calling Barry Manilow at 2 a.m. and I'm the crazy
Yeah.
one.
And I'm the crazy one.
So, at what time do you think the party gets broken up?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too much later after that.
Love still has to go home,
Brush out her hair.
brush out her hair, and
She still has to yell at
gaze
Preston.
and
Yeah, she still has to yell at Preston.
yell at Preston.
And then figure out that she yelled at Preston.
Yeah, the real Preston. Go home.
Take down the photo from her mirror.
Yeah.
And what time is it?
And also,
Yeah.
and also, like put her hair up in like the night like braid.
Yes, her nighttime. She's got to get the bonnet out, the
Yeah.
silk bonnet.
And then they have to make it to the diner at some time in the morning.
First thing in the morning too. Like
Yeah.
it is like
Yeah,
7
It is
a.m.
the crack of dawn because Amanda and not Amanda, Denise and Kenny are just like getting their post party. I'm assuming they're going straight to
Yeah.
the diner.
No, if I'm Denise and I've spent the night locked in the
Yeah.
bathroom with this one,
Let's
I
just.
don't know.
I'll call you tomorrow.
I don't
Maybe
know if
we'll-
if I'm calling Kenny back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the little like where are they now at the very end? Since they break up in 5 minutes and
Yeah.
get back together in 10. They're just boomeranging with each other right now.
Oh, see, they're the original Joel.
I think that on this
Clementine.
rewatch, Kenny Fisher drove me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. You were just like, I can't with this.
I used to
one.
find this character so funny when I was in the 8th grade, and grown up me, like,
Yeah.
Look, man, it's not your fault you lack the flavor.
Okay. Cutting back really, really, really quickly, just because I want to talk about them a lot.
Yeah.
I think they're listed as gossipy girls. The girls with the martinis.
oh, you love them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bitch, they are dressed like they're going to an insurance seminar. Like what?
Like
the
they're gonna go.
They're gonna go sell this house today.
Try to
They
sell
are
you a
gonna
timeshare
sell
or
this
something.
house today. They're there with like cardigans wrapped around their sweaters and like skirts and drinking martinis at this party.
Right?
But I guess that's the thing.
And-
it's like these are the two asshole girls that think they're like sophisticated.
There's a little bit of everybody here.
Yeah, yeah.
And like it's so funny just how they all have like they're only on screen for 30 seconds at a time.
So
and manage to get their personality.
Yeah.
across.
So I always know this actress who is one of these snooty girls.
One of the
Her name
gossipy
is
girls?
Liz Staber. I always know her from two things. I remember her from Teaching Mrs. Tingle because they shoot her with the crossbow and she blocks it. She blocks it with the book. And she is the bitchy wife in Almost Famous.
Okay.
Damn.
of
Okay.
Billy.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like a year
And
later.
she's and she's all and she's like
Billy Crudup's wife.
and she's all mad at Kate Hudson that's across the room at the party.
Okay.
It's like, why is that girl staring at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also Scott in White Oleander.
Sure. A movie that I
How
have
about
threatened
that?
to do on the podcast
Ugh,
many times.
boy.
The threats continue.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you're right. It's I guess it's just archetypal high school kids that just like, those kids, right? You see it, you're like, okay, I know that. I know these two girls.
Yeah.
These two dum-dums are drinking a martini. Shut up. Go get some gross beer from this fucking keg.
I know
keg
who we
guys.
want. Okay, so maybe you could make the argument that this movie might be a bit of a stretch for our show, but hear me out. The guys sitting by the keg, I do think that they have some queer energy about them. I know that one of them is making out with Summer from Clueless.
Yeah,
later in the
girl-
movie.
she gets back together with her
But
boyfriend.
he's also wearing a mesh,
He's dressed-
mesh
tank.
tank.
He's
Yeah.
dressed like Earring Magic Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just hanging with the bros.
Yeah.
When William comes sauntering up for a beer.
Yeah.
Is this the beer?
I mean, there was something about young men's fashion at this time. When I did have jobs, after school jobs at the mall. Yeah, the clothes were crazy.
Yeah.
What is his name? Cousin Ron.
Cousin
Ron.
with his silk shirt.
That shiny shirt. Boy, that was a statement. But they sold the shit out of those shirts.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away
Yeah.
from a short sleeve shirt that you do not tuck in. It's like right there at your waist. So they're not meant to be tucked in, and they're shiny as fuck. These materials do not occur in nature. They are very, very flame retardant. Or very flammable. I don't know. Because of all the oils.
Flammable.
All the oils that go into making them.
Where would I know that actor from?
Eric Palladino.
Palladino.
Oh man, when I was looking at things up earlier, he said he was in something. I was like, okay, I could see him being.
He had a stint on ER.
That might have been it.
He had a few episodes of ER. I remember that. U571.
Submarine movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Submarine movie with Matthew McConaughey. And he also famously looks like the guy who created Girls Gone Wild.
Don't make that mistake, though.
Don't make that mistake.
What is his
It's
name?
not him. The Girls Gone Wild guy? I don't
Francis? Joe Francis?
Joe Francis.
Joe Francis. Oh my God.
Yes.
Joe Francis, who had a weird arc on keeping the early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like they would call him in prison or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Fuck. Oh boy.
Oh no.
But yeah. But guys' fashion at that time. I mean, Mike Dexter's like, what do you call that? Like sport cut T-shirt that's like super tight. It's just supposed to be super tight.
Yeah.
You know what I
No
mean?
form fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
How else are you going to show off those guns?
Those
from
guns.
Facinelli?
Yeah.
Those Facinelli guns.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, fashion was definitely weird. I think Ethan Embry is, he's got a good look, right? I wasn't wearing cargo pants with that many pockets.
I like the cool
They
little
were there.
suit that he's
They were
wearing in Union Station at the end of the movie.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, that was our other dead giveaway of the location of this movie.
Yeah.
Those shots in Union Station.
I got really excited when I first moved to LA, and Pete walked me through Union Station, and I'm like, oh, this is from the ending of Can't Hardly Wait.
I did the same thing.
Yep.
When taking a subway into to L.A. before getting on the red line to go to Hollywood.
Yep.
We were walking around the lobby and I was like, wait a minute.
I don't think that I knew until this viewing that is this scene is in the side room.
Yeah.
That
the big
it's
main room,
it's where they did the Oscars a few years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the late 90s they had seats in the middle of this space, but yeah.
Nerds, you will also remember this room from Blade Runner. Mm-hmm. That is where they built the
Decker's office is in the corner.
Corner. It's not the main room; it's the side room, and it is also the scene where the Scarecrow holds his kangaroo court in
Dr. Jonathan Crane.
In Batman.
The Dark Knight
Rises. Yeah. Yes. That scene is shot in that room of. It is a disused section of Union Station. You can tell because there are ticket booths.
Yeah,
in that room. And
there
aren't ticket booths in the main section. But the chairs that he's sitting in are the chairs from the main section. So maybe it was in use at that time and the chairs were there. I don't know. But at now it's typically roped off.
Okay.
And you can just kind of look in because that big archway is there and you just look at it. But and there's just a velvet rope that you can't go into the room itself. But right there in Union Station. I was like, this is where they shot Blade Runner. And Scott's like, can't hardly wait.
So many touchstones.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he is wearing a cool little,
I like the print.
He's wearing a cool little jacket.
I like the print of his blue shirt when he goes to the party. And then he has his cool little hipster jacket at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I like that jacket. He's wearing very baggy clothes in this. I mean, well, it was the time. I don't know. Facinelli's got that tight shirt, but that's something else. Why is Breckenmeyer dressed like Austin Powers? I mean, it's not Austin Powers because it hasn't come out yet. Well, no,
is he going for like a Brit Rock type of thing? But the guys in Brit Rock didn't dress like that.
No, they didn't. It's the Partridge Family.
Look at all four members of Love Burger. What is this band?
Whatever. I think it's cool to wear the band shirt.
Yeah, one guy's wearing a band shirt and like a bowler hat.
Yeah.
The other guy is like wearing like a tie-dye shirt and overalls.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Donald Faison looks kind of the coolest. The cowboy hat. And
he's got the most 90s grunge
Doesn't
look.
he call him Hootie?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hootie. Look at you dressed as the artist.
Is he wearing like a flannel with the sleeves cut off?
Yeah, I think so.
Making that up? Or I think he's wearing that, right? With the cowboy hat? That's a good look. Yeah.
He looks great.
Yeah. But the Mrs. Partridge Austin Powers situation. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't know what it is that he wears, but Donald Faison's able to pull it off, like just grab it and pull it down.
Yeah, it's
like it was a clip-on.
Yeah, like an elastic, like Dickie situation.
It's also a good waiting for Godot through line that you never see them play. Like the minute that they're going to start playing, the cops bust them up.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Yeah, all right, I like that.
And then they were about to start playing earlier when I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing? I was wearing the shirt of the band. Or, I'm wearing a shirt, dude. Trying to sell some street shirts.
Would any of your friends that had bands wear their shirt?
Would they wear
as
their
playing
own
gigs?
shirt?
No.
Would anybody from Ozma?
I don't think they would wear their shirts. No,
I don't think so.
I think they would put stickers on their stuff.
Oh yeah, the guitar totally.
Yeah,
put a sticker on there for sure. But along with a bunch of other ones.
Yeah. Or their guitar cases, or the big, the amps, all that stuff. But T-shirts, I think, was a little that's okay. Donald Faison's wearing a flannel where the two panels are different, like it's sewn together to make one shirt.
Oh my god,
and it's fucking cool, man.
I mean, that's why they got Mark. That's why they got Mark Bridges to do the costumes of this movie.
Yeah, I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the sleeves are they look like they may be rolled up or cut. But yeah, very, very cool. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the styling in this movie, it's super specific to the 90s, but also it doesn't look like, I don't know, it's obviously not a parody, but because it was actually the time.
Well, I mean, when you're dressing movies like this, you can't have a lot of labels. All of this stuff sort of has to be...
Well, because
that's why you see a lot of T-shirts in these movies.
Seth would be wearing some labels.
Yeah,
he'd be wearing in Nietzsche and
a starter jacket,
FUBU and shit.
Yeah,
FUBU. Sean John.
Yeah,
but Scott, you had something to say about one of the homeboys and his
lock.
Yeah. Is it giving a little pillion?
Yeah, he's like.
I mean, I do
he's
like
locked
the
up.
lock is just like
He's
a
locked up.
school locker.
This
That's
is a
funny.
this is a locker
That's
lock. This is
funny.
a combo
It's a chain.
lock. This is his
But yeah,
gym locker
like
lock.
his dom is giving him that lock.
Yeah, yeah. But this is also like Home Depot chain.
Yeah.
Like that's like Home Depot. That's not jewelry. That's
Sure, like Mark
yeah.
Bridges knew that we need to make this like he just picked it up at Home Depot.
Yeah, gettable.
And
This
just
kid can do
got,
this.
And just
Yeah.
got his
He went-
school locker.
Yeah. You got a length of chain at Home Depot, and you get your fucking gym lock, and boom, you got
School's
you got,
out. I don't need this anymore.
I also love that he's got a blunt in his beanie.
Which, when I was young, I thought was like a Slim Jim because I was too young to know what
Yeah.
it was.
But I think he is eating,
Is it a Slim Jim?
He
Does
is
he
eating a
bite
Slim
it?
Jim in the scene though.
Yeah,
Oh.
which is why
Yeah.
I thought it was. I think it was a Slim Jim, but there was
'Cause
also
at
like
first-
who takes a bite of something with saliva
Yeah.
still on and shoves it
And
against
put it in
their
their
hair.
hat.
But
Oh, is it a
because
Slim-
at
okay.
first I thought that he had a giant like stogie or a cigar.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
but
it looks like a blunt.
It's
Like,
you
It is
see
the
him
meat
you
stick?
see him chomp
Yeah,
down on. it. So
okay.
I think it's a Slim Jim.
all right, fine.
Like he just broke into one of the Slim Jims
Yeah,
in the convenience
little,
store and just
little
started eating it.
plastic stuff.
yeah, man, do not look at what is in those Slim Jims.
No, no,
Do not read the ingredient.
yeah, and definitely don't try to imagine what it means when they say mechanically separated chicken.
Oh boy.
I mean, I did have haggis when we went to
You did
Scotland.
have haggis.
So
Listen, that is a
Yeah, you're
traditional centuries
I mean,
old.
it's actual
yeah.
real parts of an animal. Who knows what's in a Slim Jim?
That's a good
That's what
point,
I'm
too.
saying.
Yep, mhm.
They're not putting little baby chicks in the meat grinder.
not that we know of.
Yeah. No. Wow. All right. Yeah. Late '90s fashion though is also something that like are the kids gonna? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're having like
I didn't see
80s
any
parties.
I didn't see any baby doll dresses.
because it's late '90s.
Sure,
This is
that's
practically
more
2000s.
like 93.
This is to me. This was giving
Yeah.
like 2000, right? This is not giving Clueless, 90210 like mid '90s. This is like definitely.
The new
I mean,
millennium baby.
Yeah, new millennium,
Love's hair is
sure.
definitely giving me designing women. It's giving me a little Dixie Carter.
Yeah, she is back combed for the
Reading a
guys.
little beauty pageant.
Yeah. Oh, definitely beauty.
yeah,
pageant.
totally.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this era is a little tough to pin down, like looks wise. Like if you're gonna, are you gonna have like a millennium like costume party? How are the kids gonna pull that off? Right? I don't know. And how does it get watered down? Because 80s parties, it's like everybody's wearing neon, like we all did in the 80s.
It's going to be neon, and a neon and a ponytail on the side of
on
your
the
head.
side, yeah. But and I guess 90s now kids are like dressing 90s, but they're not dressing like this yet. So that's interesting. Are they going to get there? I don't know. Because this is almost like this was that time, when we do watch those weird seasons of 90210 where it's like these are like this is Beverly Hills 90210. These are like this is a cool show. These are cool kids,
But they're dressing. But they're dressing Jenny Garth like a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Late 90s, it was business casual. We dressed business casual to go to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just did. It's weird. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll use this movie as a template, hopefully.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But,
Hopefully.
yeah. All right, Scott.
Well, any last thoughts on Can't Hardly
Final
Wait?
thoughts?
I'm glad that we finally had you on, Ronnie.
Yes.
Yes, thank you guys for having me, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, why don't you talk about your show and
Yeah.
tell our
Oh,
listeners
yes.
where they can find your show.
Oh, so yes. So I'm the co-host of the podcast Why Yes We're Friends, a mostly sporty podcast where we talk about a lot of the goings-on in sports in the last week or so. And my co-host and I, we also say that anything goes. We'll open up a list every now and then and just, get real mad about them ranking certain players and whatever, team logos, what have you. But yeah, you can find us anywhere that you get your podcast already. Spotify, Apple, Podbean, whatever.
Did you do a episode by episode recap of Heated Rivalry?
No, we did not. But we might for the Patreon at some point.
Apparently, apparently more people are going to Kings games now, though.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it. Like hockey is up everywhere because of this. But yeah, the Kings definitely.
Wow.
But the Kings didn't have that great of a season, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. The Ducks are doing better, and that was the surprise. Everybody kind of expected it to be kind of the other way around, but that's why we played the sports instead of just putting on paper.
We have a niche of
There you
hockey.
go.
We have a niche of hockey friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have quite a few hockey
Yep.
friends
Mhm.
that have been into hockey for as long as I've been friends with them. But that's awesome. Do you are you on the socials? Do you want to plug socials for your shows?
Yeah, you can find us on Blue Sky or WIWF Pod. You can find me on Blue Sky and pretty much any other social media platform that you would find me at the Ronarchy.
Nice.
Thank you. and yeah, if you want to follow my co-host, you could find him on Blue Sky at Bewongings. It's basically belongings kind of thing, but instead it's Bewongings.
Nice.
And then on Instagram, my Bewongings.
Nice.
How much do you bring up the Lisa on Ice episode of The Simpsons?
We bring up so many.
I was going to say, you have to talk about the Lisa on Ice one, the Homework the Bat, and also the one with the football team. What is that episode called?
Your Cut.
Your Cut.
That's not called Your Cut. But
yeah, we have an episode where we talk about all of our favorite episodes and moments in Simpsons, like specifically centered around sports.
Nice.
And yeah, of course, we spent like a good 5-10 minutes talking about all the dumb jokes we love about Lisa on Ice.
I mean, Homer at the Bat, that is an episode that is joke.
Yeah. And we're huge baseball people on our podcast, so of course that was the one we saved for last because of course we had to talk about that one the most.
Yeah. All right. Did you both get rid of your sideburns for that episode?
Yes, of course we did.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah, thank you again for having me, you guys. I mean, talk about Can't Hardly Wait. I love this movie, unironically.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And
it holds up.
And I also love this show, unironically. So I'm glad that we could bring these two together.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. Well, you're welcome to come on again anytime in the future to talk about something else.
Thank you.
Listeners, go check out Ronnie and this podcast. This is a lot of fun. Thank you for sticking around to the very end of the episode. Listeners, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more show. Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back.
Can't Hardly Wait was a fun episode.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ronnie, for coming on the show. This was a lot of fun talking about this crazy movie.
I love working mornings with Ronnie and quoting The Simpsons. We can just rattle them off to each other.
Yeah, Ronnie was right there with the Simpsons quote when we needed it. We love it. Our kind of people.
Everybody should have a coworker where you can just randomly quote The Simpsons.
Yeah, my kind of people for sure.
I remember one morning when he was opening flowers, he just looked at me with the little flower in his hand. And was like, "Who am I?" And I'm like, "You're the dud."
Bark at the dud.
But yeah, thanks to Ronnie. Can't hardly wait.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Glad that we got to
Ronnie's pod. But right now, I think it's time of the show
for the weekly rewind.
Yes, we're going to take a trip back.
Well, we're going to be taking a trip back to not even 5 minutes ago, where we just shut off the finale of Love Story.
Wow.
Not the Ryan O'Neal, Ally McGraw Best Picture nominee Love Story.
No.
This is the JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette story.
Do you think someone at FX, Fox, I don't know, whoever, somebody was like, no, it will not be called American Love Story?
I'm sure that it at one time was supposed to be an American Love Story, and they just decided that
cut it.
Is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That we should, let's just fucking call it Love Story.
It's tired, it's played out, it's corny. Putting American in front of everything is dumb, and I hate it. And that's all there is to say about that. But yeah, I mean, you know, these Ryan Murphy shows are all American something, Crime Story.
Yeah.
Not Monster isn't, but
it's either Monster. I mean, for Monsters, for the one about those other two ding dongs.
Yeah, the Menendez
brothers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was just Monsters.
So
not American Monsters.
So I was initially very skeptical when I heard that they were doing a mini series of JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Mm-hmm. I was very skeptical about it.
Yeah.
So, some Ryan Murphy shows I can get behind. Early American Horror Story. The first season of Feud I really like.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of Ryan Murphy shows where I hit a wall and I can't go any further.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was kind of like that with the second season of Feud, where you could really feel it running out of gas.
Who was the Feud in season 2?
The Swans.
Yeah, the Swans.
That you could really feel it running out of gas.
Yeah, I agree.
With the story.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Love Story.
Yes, you did.
I thought it was really well done.
You were fully invested.
I do think that this is the least amount that I see Ryan Murphy in any of these shows.
Yeah.
I think that he put his name on this. I don't think he had a lot to do with this.
Sure.
With the show, at least with producing and story-wise. The big showrunner was Connor Hines.
Uh-huh.
Also, our buddy Max, his dad was on Happy Days.
Winkler.
Max Winkler, I think, directed the first episode. Maybe the second one. But I didn't really see a lot of Ryan Murphy-isms.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there were some very, lingering shots of John in his underwear in the first episode, and that was probably it. But I really liked it. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's one of those things where as TV dramas nowadays, as with The Crown, are and a lot of these Ryan Murphy monsters.
We will be getting a Netflix. I guess it's series like The Crown. They're going to be doing one on the Kennedys.
Uh-huh.
That's starting from the very beginning.
Right.
This is the beginning.
But what all these shows that we watch that are dramatic retellings of actual families and actual people that are, contemporary people. Like I remember John and Carolyn, and I remember where I was when we heard the news. Mm-hmm. I get to this point where I'm just like,
we don't know any of this. How do we know any of this
happened?
Yeah,
we don't know if any of this happened. This didn't happen.
These intimate conversations.
They're writing this conversation. Yeah. This conversation. I don't know that Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg is that much of a cold bitch. Every time you see her, she's got all of her public photos have always had this big smile on her face. She's a very attractive lady. She just looks like she's having a good time everywhere she goes, from what I see. But in this show, John's sister.
John's sister,
not a likable gal.
The street daughter. The
Meryl Streep daughter.
I don't care about the daughters.
The Meryl Streep daughter is. Which one is this?
This is the one that's my age.
Oh, that does not help.
This is not. This is Grace.
It's Grace. Grace Gummer.
She looks like 80s Meryl Streep too.
I think her features are.
I think
her
she
features are.
She looks like Meryl from the 80s.
Her features are a little more. Yeah,
I think
refined.
I think she looks like Meryl from the 80s.
I think Meryl was prettier. I'm just throwing that out there.
So okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think that Grace Gummer looks like alfalfa. Anyway, but I'm just saying these characterizations of these people, we don't know. I don't know that that's what she was like. This show, for me, I don't like John as a character.
Sure.
For this show, I don't like John. This is Carolyn's.
I think that
Carolyn Bessette, his wife, not Caroline, his sister.
Carolyn Bessette, I would say, is supposed to be the protagonist of
She's the
Love
audience
Story
surrogate.
that you're supposed to sympathize with the most.
Right.
By design.
Right. But also, like I said, for me, I feel like John's character is unlikable to a certain extent. He redeems himself for these characteristics, but they're not portraying him as this golden boy, right? They're portraying him as a flawed person. And to me, those flaws are like, oh, I don't like any of those. So I feel like I didn't like him as a character, but I liked her a lot.
Sure, and I think that the idea is maybe, especially somebody my age, I don't really have a lot of knowledge about Carolyn Bessette, the person. It all comes from these tabloid photos.
Yeah, I was just
that I think it's really supposed to really dissect who this woman was. and just sort of her hopes and dreams outside of being JFK Jr.'s wife.
Right.
I think that Sarah Pidgeon was really good. I think she was one of my highlights.
Yeah, she was very good. I liked her. I liked... I think her portrayal of the character was
don't
good.
mind Paul Anthony Kelly's performance as much as you. I know that
it's not his performance. I think it's the way the character's
You
written.
and your mom were giving this actor a hard time.
On his face.
I think that this is just a hard role to cast. And I believe that Paul worked as a male model. I don't think that he's done a lot of acting.
No, I'm not saying his acting was giving me anything.
But even casting, like, the visual look of JFK.
Yeah.
Like, JFK Jr. was the most...
I didn't see it.
He was the most handsome man on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So how are you going to cast that?
You can find a handsome man. This guy's a good-looking guy. I just think of, like, features-wise, they're not the same type. Like, at all. This guy's dark, whereas John F. Kennedy, I feel, was very fair. JFK Jr. was very fair. And especially when he was, like, super young, like when he was a teenager and stuff, and his hair was lighter. He was just a very, like, fair guy. And this guy is more on the, like, olive-toned, like, darker kind of complexion. And then and his features are just different to me. It's just, like, two different people. I'm just like, I'm not even...
It's casting that didn't bother me as much as it did you and your mom.
Yeah. She really didn't like Naomi Watts as Jackie.
Oh, I like Naomi Watts as Jackie.
I thought it worked. I like Naomi. I do think visually it was a bit of a stretch.
I was fine with it.
Yeah. I think she was doing a good characterization. I think she had a good voice for that Kennedy, Bouvier. That East Coast, that Boston kind of thing. I think she did a good job with it.
I don't know. I think if I'm Carolyn Bessette, I think I'm abandoning ship on this relationship pretty early. When I go to the Kennedy compound, I think I'm out.
No, I can't deal with this. We're from two different
And
worlds.
just that whole thing of going from 0 to 100 in this relationship, and all of a sudden you have paparazzi outside of your apartment.
Yeah,
that would have been
they
hard.
were dating for how long, and it was kind of fine. They were there, but not to the extent they were after they got married. I want to talk a little bit about Carolyn's like early portrayal in this show
of her New York woman on the go,
of her
the gal on the go,
but how she hand plucked.
Sure,
Kate Moss
you were giving that a hard
from
time.
obscurity,
and that's one of those things that this is a TV movie.
She made all these choices that were like, oh, she was the one that did. No, she wasn't.
The whole thing with the boyfriend is very interesting. I remember when the ex-boyfriend who was the model with Kate Moss for Calvin Klein, I remember when he wrote that book.
Okay.
In the 2000s.
Yeah.
I think the book was called The Other Man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That actor, however, looks very similar to the real person.
Sure. And that's cool. Yeah. It was a good show. I think early on there were some corny kind of maybe Ryan Murphy-isms, but for the most part I think they did a good job. And these things are fascinating when it's real life things, especially stuff that you remember.
You've only seen photographs of the fight in Central Park.
Yeah.
And you got a little bit of context.
Yeah.
Of what they might have been allegedly would have been fighting about,
right,
or like talking about.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know any of these conversations. We just know the big facts of like what happened. His foot's in a boot. But I mean, the series starts off with them getting on this plane.
Oh yeah, like when you like hit play on Disney Plus and Hulu, it starts with them boarding the plane, and you're like, oh shit.
They're not shying away.
They're
from
like,
this.
we're getting right into it.
I mean, we know what happened.
I'll always remember where I was. I was in Kodiak, Alaska, with my parents on a fishing trip.
Sure.
When the plane went missing,
we were driving in Northern California on our way home from Oregon. We had spent a week in Ashland for the Shakespeare Festival in the summer, and we were driving home, and we were still very, very north in California. on our way back. And we heard it on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Just a DJ just said it. And we were like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, we talk about my family getting the tabloids. We had the Inquirer and People magazine subscriptions. And
John and Carolyn were a staple.
But even before her,
yeah,
he was always there. He was always there because he rode his bike shirtless with a backwards Kangol hat throughout New York City.
And a beret.
You know, all the time. So he was just always, who is he dating? Who's he seeing? What's he doing? Here he is. Anytime he was riding around shirtless, those pictures would come out in the Inquirer. So I was very aware of him as a not a celebrity, but a personality.
Yeah.
You know, because they really kind of hammer it home in this that like he had ambition, but it's like by the time his dad or any of his uncles are his age, they're in the U.S. Senate.
Yeah.
You know, so
I remember watching, I think, an A&E documentary about him, and they talked a lot about him maybe, how do I phrase this? Like, he wasn't the top of his class in school.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to say he's dumb or, like, not smart.
Yeah.
But, like, I think that he struggled with really trying to keep up.
Maybe just an average student.
With just sort of the education that he found himself in, that he didn't pass the bar a number of times.
Yeah.
And just kind of really...
But, I mean, you're growing up with that legacy, that money, and that mug in late 70s, early 80s, New York City. Maybe school isn't at the top of your priorities.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, but at any rate, the show's very good. What did you think of the last episode? Powerful?
It was pretty good. I was curious of how long the last episode would take for them... for them to go missing. I didn't know how much of we were going to see of them actually.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see this plane going down.
I don't want to see this plane going down. I think it's done in a respectful way. I mean, he never should have been flying at night, at all.
At night.
He never should have been. He never, especially with those two women, he should have never been flying at night.
Yeah.
At all. Without an instructor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the real tea. But, you know, like we're saying, watching a television show about this, like, event, I'm just like, I don't want to see inside that plane. I don't want to know what's going on. Like, we know it happened. Figure out a way dramatically for us to not see it, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously they're not going to go graphic or anything like that, but still, there's just a little bit of like...
There were some very haunting moments. I think that it's in the episode where they get married and they're looking out on the ocean at night. And then you kind of have that realization with you of the viewer of just kind of this very dark foreshadowing of what their future is going to be.
Yeah.
And then you get onto Google and you do a little Google search of how were the bodies recovered? Yeah, just kind of the dark places that you end up going when watching this type of a show with a smartphone.
Yeah, yeah. But some really good performances after the fact. I really like Constance Zimmer, who plays the Bassett sisters' mother.
She's really good in the last episode.
She's really good in the last episode. And that actress, what a transformation, because... That is what she looks like.
Where would I know her from?
Constance Zimmer was
is she Selena?
No. She was on that show about reality TV, Unreal.
Unreal, sure.
She was like one of the two main
with Jeffrey
bitches.
Boyer Chapman.
Oh, sure. Yeah. She was one of the two main ladies in charge with Sherry Appleby of this, like, whatever. I don't really know the plot of that, but that was one of her big gigs. But she's a character actress. Been in a lot of stuff. I really like her, and I think she was really good in this. But she does not look... I mean, she is around the age of... You know, she's in her 50s.
She would have been around the age as the mother.
She's about 55, I would say. So in the 90s, that's what a 55-year-old lady looked like. You know, the Blanche Devereaux hair. But Constance Zimmer looks much younger than that in everyday life, and I think she was a really, really good performance in that. And of course, Grace, Alfalfa Gummer.
Their last big scene when you were talking about, we don't know any of these behind the door conversations.
Yeah.
I thought a lot about that scene with them in their loft.
Did they ever meet?
Did they ever have this type of a deep conversation?
Yeah.
We'll
never know. They could have.
Did Carolyn ever have that deep of a conversation with her brother, like really psychoanalyzing him? No, I don't. Who knows?
Right.
We'll never know.
Right.
This is a TV show. You know, there's been other TV movies made about JFK Jr.
Oh yeah.
That have just been kind of lost to time. All they exist now is just an IMDb page.
Yeah, in our memories. Yeah, that's true. But I'm glad we watched it. It was a good show. And according to you, we've got another love story on the horizon.
So I read today that the idea for season 2, I think it may have come from an interview from one of the producers or writers, but Liz Taylor and Richard Burton.
Liz Taylor. Do
you think Michael is going to make a special appearance?
I feel like her final days with Dick were probably in the late 70s.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was friends with Michael yet at that point.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, Liz Taylor.
I should have been Ruby. I should have been Ruby Rod.
I should have been Ruby Rod, Liz Taylor. Yeah, I'm intrigued. But I mean, we got Liz and Dick.
We'll always have Liz and Dick. You're absolutely right.
And the one with Helena Bonham Carter. And
oh, sure, the BBC movie.
Yeah. Isn't it the guy who played Prince Charles?
I think it's
The Crown?
the guy from the bank commercial, Dominic West.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's him.
I think. Yeah. Helena Bonham Carter is so beautiful, and as Liz Taylor is like stunning. Stenosha. Like
kind
the way
of,
they do her face.
It's crazy casting when you just think about it, but then once you put
the beauty.
Once you put Helena in her Liz
60s,
Taylor drag, it works.
Yeah. The like purple eyeshadow and like all that stuff. But like that 60s makeup on her face just works so well. I was
How
just
has
like,
there not been?
She's
anybody
beautiful.
done? Oh, I think that somebody did on Down Under Liz Taylor, and it flopped.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, Liz Taylor, like, what a larger than life character.
Yeah,
that would be so funny if you were there with the jokes.
You could get
and
the
you could
jokes
really,
to work.
you could really do the look and the voice.
I would do 70s like flower swimming.
Oh,
cap.
I think I'm doing 90s
flower swimming.
I think
cap.
I'm doing 90s Liz Taylor
with the white on the two sides and the big
glasses.
Yeah. I don't even know what you would call that hairstyle. It's crazy, but I love it.
Just accenting everything white diamonds.
White diamonds, Michael. All right. What else did we watch?
Well, we fired up the VCR.
We did. We got the VCR going.
Okay, what have we watched? So you found a tape recording of our friend Jose that you randomly have.
Yes. I have it.
That tape is kind of a trip to just pop in and watch.
I have it because
it has everything on it.
He recorded episodes of Viva Variety, which was the fake European variety show that aired very briefly on either Comedy Central or MTV, and it was all the cast members of The State and Wet Hot American Summer.
Okay.
And it was Viva Variety. And
I thought you were going to say the variety show that you were on.
Oh, no. That's not. He's trying to find those tapes
on
now.
on Telemundo or something.
He's trying to find those tapes now. But so I wanted to watch those Viva Variety episodes, so I took the tape from him, and I never gave it back. And here we are.
But doesn't the tape say like Jewel Unplugged on it?
It says Jewel Unplugged.
I don't think Jewel. I don't think Jewel Unplugged. I think he must have taped over it.
Yeah, or we might have passed it.
Did he tape over?
She
Jewel
might be
Unplugged?
the first thing on it. It might start with that.
Okay, so what's on that? Okay, there's a lot of episodes of South Park. There's a lot of South Park on there.
But we found an episode. We found live performances from Fountains of Wayne.
That Fountains of Wayne concert.
And we were both like,
what a treat.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. So
this isn't MTV.
We figured out that it was for HBO.
So it is...
They're performing the big tracks from their debut album. And their debut album, I believe, came out in 96.
HBO Reverb was the name of the show. They would focus on one artist, and they would show a bunch of their live performances, and then they would interview them. And so it's about half of the HBO Reverb episode of Fountains of Wayne.
I love Fountains of Wayne. That's a great album. Really, really cool songs. I think that we saw Radiation Vibe.
Yeah, we definitely saw
Leave the Biker. Joe Ray.
Yeah. I mean, that's like 4 songs. Maybe it is the whole episode.
I think that Please Don't Rock Me Tonight. I think that you see about 4 songs off that album.
Yeah. But it's just fun finding a tape. And then it was just random MTV videos. It was Anna Kournikova on Leno.
Mm-hmm.
That like an 18-year-old straight guy would record like off of TV.
Yeah.
Like,
and she's tennis, right?
She's tennis,
okay.
Yeah. It's like old Corny's going to be on.
You were just
Leno,
telling me about the story of the girls who had the Weezer fan club.
Yeah, Michael and Carly.
And they had an MTV News segment about
That's
them.
right. The MTV News segment about Michael and Carly talking about that, how their, the car accident that they were in and all of that. And I had just told you the story because we were listening to Jimmy Eat World's song called Hear You Me. And,
which may have been written about them as well.
Maybe, or inspired
it strikes me that they would have...
If they formed the Weezer fan club, they knew who Jimmy Eat World was.
They knew who Jimmy Eat World was, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the interview with River and Matt were really, that was very sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're kind words to say about these girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so it's just really fun finding one of those old tapes that you just made of stuff that you liked. You're like, oh, this is on, I'm going to record it. I'm going to get a couple South Parks. I still have room on that tape. Where's that tape? Corny's on Leno. Let's record this. And there's just really fun. There's a lot of South Park, but there's really fun stuff on there. Weird talk show performances of bands. It's a lot of MTV stuff and
Oasis on SNL.
Oasis on SNL. Yeah.
I think that Matthew Perry introduces them.
Yep. Yeah. So you can look, probably we can Google that and see what the hell date that was. But just a fun little relic from 25 years ago. I hope we can find more of them as we move forward in our VCR
I have
journey.
my grandma's old tapes that I grew up on. You posted that picture on your Instagram. Charlie or Willy
Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Willy spelled Willy in the Choco.
No, and the Choco Factory.
In the Choco Factory.
Willie.
Willy
Wonka.
Love it.
And the Chalk Factory. 100 minutes.
These were all tapes that I grew up on.
Rumpelstiltskin, 30 minutes. Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I want to see if that one is watchable.
Sleeping Beauty.
Because I remember that Rumpelstiltskin's a cool animation.
Oh, okay. Another one this tape is the banger. Neverending Story, The Last Starfighter, and Flash Gordon.
I think that I would only watch Neverending Story of that.
Yeah. Oh, you never watched The Last Starfighter.
I didn't really grow up on The Last Starfighter.
Now listen to this. Country Music Awards, 1987. People died when
it's a banger. That. There's a really great Judd's performance on that.
Yeah. Mosquito Coast and Sadie and Son.
Sadie and Son was a TV movie from the 80s about a lady, I think she's a sergeant, and her son is a rookie cop.
Yeah.
And they're like assigned to a case she's assigned to a case with each other.
Yeah. Hansel and Gretel, Pee-wee. It says 30 minutes for Pee-wee, so it must be an episode.
That's the one that I taught. I think it's the pilot.
So it's not Pee-wee. It's not the movie. And E.T.
I talked about that
tape
on Once Upon a VHS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When we did the Hansel and Gretel canon films.
Yeah, that's a great tape. But yeah, so we have a small but growing collection of VHS tapes that we've just kind of had. A lot of Tales of the City. Got some really cool original. I mean, they're all original prints at this point. Got some really cool, we've got Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Fifth Element.
We watched Love Potion No. 9 with Tate Donovan and Sandra Bullock.
Got Supergirl.
I think we're going to be doing another Supergirl episode this next summer with the new movie. And we just watched Quest for Camelot.
Sure did.
I have never seen that movie.
Yeah. That was a wild one.
I mean, I don't know. It's not great.
No, it's not.
There might be reasons why nobody talks about Quest for Camelot.
Yeah, seriously. But we'll keep you posted. I always want to buy VHS tapes. Anytime we're at a thrift store, a Goodwill, and out of the closet, I go straight to those tapes. And I'm just like, what do I need? What do I need? We've got Sister Act and Sister Act 2. I have the unspecial edition
Star Wars
of Star Wars A New Hope and The Return of the Jedi. I do not have The Empire Strikes Back.
I
need it.
Empire Strikes Back on those
you have it recorded
tapes. It's recorded, and it would have had to have been
unspecial edition.
It was pre 97.
Yeah,
when we got that.
Yeah, and the thing about those is that they are so old that they're not going to be widescreen. You're not going to get a widescreen of Star Wars on VHS until the special editions.
Yeah.
Even the THX, I don't know if the THX remaster had widescreens. I have to look that one up.
We have the Laserdisc of those.
The
Laserdisc would be widescreen that we have.
Oh, okay. Then
I think that we have Empire and Jedi.
Jedi, yeah.
Laserdisc. We definitely have at least Empire. I'd like to get the Laserdisc player hooked up now.
Yeah, I just need the right kind of cable for it. Mm-hmm. I need never mind.
Maybe we could do it with our main TV in the living room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Because otherwise it'd have to be in the bedroom. But yeah, I'm always ready to buy some new tapes. If you listeners, if you have any VHS tapes you want to unload, I'll send you my address. Shoot me an email or a message on Instagram because I want some tapes. But yeah, we've been doing that lately with our rewind time.
Well, does that about do it?
I think so. I think so. I think that just means now it's time for some Patreon shout-outs. I want to say a great big hello and thank you to all of our wonderful patrons. You guys, thank you so much. Lisa, Jonathan, Christine C, Jonathan P, Teresa, Robbie, RP, Callum over at Once Upon a VHS. Java, Kitchen Barbie Clubhouse, Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Megan, Andrew, Stephen, Leah, SB, Brian, Deja, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends over at Hetty, Drew, Andy, Kate, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Garrett, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, let's see, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys, thank you so much for being patrons.
Join the Movies That Made Us Gay Patreon at patreon.com/movies that made us gay and get awesome bonus content. We have 3 levels from the thoughtful donation at the $1 level. At the $5 level, you'll get the TV shows that keep us gay, where we pick a TV show every month and talk about it. At the top tier $10 level, you will get our Watch With Us commentary, where you can watch a movie along with us. And it works as its own bonus episode. You can either watch along or just listen to the episode. Join today and you'll get a little shout out on the weekly episode.
Awesome. If you want to follow our socials, feel free to do that. But before you do that, go to your podcast listening app and rate us. Follow us there. You'll get notified anytime a new episode drops. And if you head down on Apple Podcasts on your iPhone or iPad, you will find a spot to give us 5 stars. And you can also leave us a review, which we'll read on an upcoming episode. You can follow our socials. We are at Movies That Made Us Gay on Instagram. We're most active there. We're on Blue Sky and all that other fun stuff. Most active on Instagram. If you want to follow our personals, feel free. My name's Pete. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram.
I'm Scott Youngballer, and follow our Letterboxd.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.